this week on the Bubble Chat.
I think he done, but if you really think about it, if you buy a $60 million mansion, like how much is the water bill? How much does it cost for the securities system? And how much does it cost to keep up the landscaping? Like, it was probably easier for him just to walk away from it all. You see what I'm saying?
I have a question. Who the fuck is Cat Eye?
Girl,
I don't even be know. Who is that? What do they
what
do?
song they make?
I was absolutely floored when I heard the details of this case because it's 2026 and the fact that a parent would actually drag their child into a courtroom because they skip out on a torture that is conversion therapy.
Yeah, it's a conversion therapy for me.
Wasn't one of them each other's like? Didn't Chris Brown look up to Usher?
That's what I'm saying. This would be equivalent to not Janet Jackson and Sierra, but like Janet Jackson and Sierra.
Oh, y'all getting on my nerves with that.
You work for Disney now, bitch. This say we ain't playing no games over here. So there was.
So she can't have a baby out of wedlock because she worked for Disney. Disney fucked them kids' life up. Look at what's that boy name? He is fucked. Welcome back to the Bubble Chat, the space where we pop off on surfaces of culture, music, icons, who changed the game. I'm your host, and today we have the atmosphere that feels a little bit different, a little more electric, and a little more purple.
This week isn't just another week in music history, but it marks a milestone that feels both impossible and deeply felt. It has been exactly 10 years since the world's post, the purple one. 10 years since Prince transitioned from a living legend into an eternal one. To mark the decade, we're looking back at the supernova that changed everything, the 1984 masterpiece, Purple Rain, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. I got my purple.
All right. That's good, Canary. That's really good. So think back to the first time you've heard that guitar solo, or the first time you saw a man on a purple motorcycle defying every gender norm and musical boundary ever set. Today, we're doing more than just a tribute. We're exploring the Minneapolis sound that conquered the globe. We're diving deep into the vault to discuss how a 5'2" genius from Minnesota managed to hold the #1 movie, the #1 album, and the #1 single at the same time. It's a feat of creative dominance we haven't seen since, and honestly, we might never see again.
Yeah, whether you were there in 1984 or you're now discovering the magic of the revolution, this is a celebration of a man who refused to be categorized. I'm one of your hosts, Adonis Concierge, and you are in the bubble. And honey, I know the times are changing, but today we're only interested in the rain. Now, as Miss Williams said, let's get it started. It's time for our topics. How you doing?
How you doing?
Well, we did promise a new co-host last week, but something changed. But look who's finally here.
I'm here. It's Canary.
We need a soundboard. I am in the building,
nephew. Officially now a co-host.
Thank
you guys for having me.
You are so welcome to be here. Oh, I got something for you guys. Go ahead. Carry on.
Okay. So first up, we got some major movements with the Bennifer divorce saga. TMZ just dropped a report that Ben Affleck has officially handed over his entire massive $60 million Beverly Hills mansion to his then wife, Jennifer Lopez. Looking up at the court documents, they modified their property settlement to show the transfer of property among the spouse. Now, while the paperwork was a bit vague on the fine print, sources with direct knowledge are saying Ben, what's that word? A symbolist gives Jen his full stake, his full shake in the stakes. Remembering that they brung back to the place of May 2023. They had just got a mortgage. They plumbed down $60 million in cold hard cash, then poured down millions more to the renovations. Renovations. I don't know what I'm talking about. Revenues to renovations. They've been trying to sell the public since July 2024. but with all that star power, they haven't had any takers. Why do you think Ben will walk away from a 30 million plus a stake in cash rather than for the house to sell? It is a clean break to move on. What is the house officially possibly to offload? Wow. What y'all think? That's tea.
So what was the story saying? They bought a house together. They're not.
He put down 60 million and he's just
Dollars.
walking away from it, basically.
Basically, what happened
Oh, he's
was
done
Ben
that.
offered the house to Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
From what
Say
I
one more
know,
time, nephew.
Ben offered the house to Jennifer Lopez sometime after the divorce, from what I looked up.
And they put in so much money for the renovation. I can't even say the word. Renovations. Oh, Bubbles!
I know that's right.
That's hella cute.
We ain't got
Not in the
we got
bubble check,
Bubbles.
we got Bubbles.
Yes.
Guys, that is so cute.
I bought that off Temu. I lied.
Remember, I asked you earlier, have you been shopping on Temu?
But I bought the girl. I ordered this about 2 months ago.
Okay.
It just got here about 2 weeks.
Okay, that's cool. That's so cute. Do some more. That was cute. I like that. Ooh, it gives bubble effect. Yes. What you think, nephew? What you think about this with this Ben Affleck stuff?
Looking at this situation, I'm starting to see a really consistent pattern with these ultra wealthy entertainment couples, whether it's a husband and husband, or wife and wife. It's like this, there's a predictable celebrity asset cycle. They fall in love, they merge these massive multi-million-dollar incomes, and they immediately go for the ultimate status symbol, the massive shared asset, usually a $60 million plus mansion. But the moment that partnership dissolves, those shared dreams turn into legal nightmares depending on the situation. It's kind of like an inevitable that the finalization of the divorce is just the opening act for years of finance settlements and messy lawsuits. I mean, take Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie as a prime example. Their divorce was technically finalized in late 2024, but even now in 2026, they are still locked. Even now in 2026, it's been years of a back and forth over Chateau Rival. I do hope I said that right. It is the French winery they brought together. Brad sued her, from what I've researched, because she sold her stake to a subsidiary of the Stoyle Group back in 2022, claiming they had a mutual understanding never to sell without the other's consent. And here we are a decade after they split, and they're still arguing over property rights and business stakes. So
I never seen that one coming with them. I didn't think they was gonna
makes
ever break up.
You talking
really
about
quick.
Angelina and Brad?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
all
it
of
makes you
that
wonder
baby?
if these massive joint really quick, sorry Adonis. It makes you wonder if these like massive joint investments are actually a love language for the rich or just a ticking time bomb for the lawyers to handle later.
I think he done, but if you really think about it, if you buy a $60 million mansion, like how much is the water bill and how much does it cost for the securities system and how much does it cost to keep up the landscaping? Like it was probably easier for him just to walk away from it all. You see what I'm saying?
Well, he gave it to her.
Aside from taxes and all those things, it's like, girl, you can keep it because I don't want you. You can have it. You can have it.
Yeah.
You can have it.
That's another relationship that I really didn't see breaking up either. Like these people be together forever, and then they'd be like, let's have babies from different colors, and then just break up. Like they adopt all these babies. So what happened to the kids? Then they fight over the kids. They fight over everything. 60 billion. I wish I had that just to throw away and say, hey, go ahead and keep it. I don't need it. Okay, one day, I'm speaking into existence. One day.
Yeah, one day. One day.
One day soon, hopefully.
Well, moving on to some developing news in the world of girl groups, Madden Bannerman has finally spoken out regarding her ongoing hiatus from Cat's Eye, and the details are sparking a lot of conversation. In a recent nylon cover story published on April 7th, Madden admitted that the group members haven't always been on the same page, highlighting some internal friction as they navigate their writing fame. The timing of these comments is what really has fans buzzing. Madden was notably absent from Cat's Eye's Coachella debut that week, and Hype officially confirmed she remains on hiatus with no clear return date. To make matters even more suspicious, eagle-eyed fans noticed she recently stripped all mentions of cat's eye from her Instagram bio. While nothing has been 100% confirmed by the label or Manon or the band and themselves, 50% of me feels like it's starting to feel like she might be distancing herself for a permanent exit. So, with Manon removing the group from her bio right before the biggest stage at Coachella, do you think this is just a health hiatus, or are we watching a soft launch for her solo career? I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of both. Because honestly, looking at this Manon situation, I can't help but feel like the strings are being pulled by the people at the top. Because when you get into this industry, whether you're a solo or in a group like Cat's Eye, I don't think these young artists realize just how much control the label actually has. Because when you're in label, you're not an independent artist. All of the creativity is controlled by the label. And we're talking about every studio session, every interview, every random paparazzi appearance. It's all curated. And half of me truly believes that Manon's hiatus was a corporate decision, not a personal one. Because there are so many reports swirling that this wasn't her choice. And while she's being careful not to name names, the silence speaks volumes. And it feels like, the label made the call and then put a gag order on the rest of the group. And I bet other members want to speak their truth, but they're like terrified that the management company will tank their reputations if they step out of line. I'm gonna go a little bit off topic here, but it kind of reminds me so much of Jesse Nelson's documentary Life After Little Mix. I've actually watched it a few times, and the parallels are wild because Jesse really exposed how her departure was forced and controlling, which I could tell it was forced and control. It was almost like a termination. She wasn't even allowed to talk to Jade, Perry, and Leanne the way she wanted to because a lawyer stepped in and told the group that she was leaving before she could even say it herself. She never got to tell her side of the story legally or mentally because in December 2020, for those who may have not known or remember, Jessie Nelson made a decision to move on from the group due to her mental health. So it wasn't. So she never got to tell her side of the story because which is how these feud rumors spiraled out of control. And after all she's been through, it wasn't like they hated each other. It was the label wouldn't let them communicate like human beings. But on a brighter note, though, it's so beautiful to see that the girls eventually reached out to Jessie, hearing that they supported her after she shared the news about her twins' SMA diagnosis back in January. It really goes to show that despite the industry's best efforts to tear them apart, the bond is still there.
Okay, I have a question. Who the fuck is Cat Eye?
Girl,
I don't even be knowing. Who is that? What do they
what song
do?
they make?
Right.
It's a girl group.
What song
Oh.
they make?
Now I'm gonna have to
Gnarly.
Google them. I'm like, I don't even know
The
who he's talking
Darlene?
about.
Gnarly. Gnarly.
Gnarly, dude.
GNARLY.
Okay.
Oh, Gnarly do that song? That was a group? I thought that was what. Lord, I'm showing my age. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know. I thought Krishan Rock said Gnarly. Oh my God. You can tell I was sitting here like, who the fuck is he talking about? I don't even know. Okay, how the hell I'm supposed to be an updated celebrity and don't know half of these goddamn people we talking about?
Look here. And on to something else. Let's go into another
Yes.
in the abyss of the bubble. We have to talk about this absolute master class in justice from Judge Ebony K. Williams. A father in Memphis, Tennessee, named Gregory Talbot sued his 18-year-old son, Michael, for $6,000. Why?
Mm.
Because that's how much the father spent to send Michael to conversation therapy after catching him kissing a friend. Michael only agreed to give in because he was terrified of being disowned and thrown out of his house. He eventually ran away from the program because of the toxic and cruel conditions. And then, when his father decided to take him to court to get his investment back, Judge Ebony Williams did not hold back. She shut him down immediately, refusing him to gaslight her in her own courtroom. She called him out for failing to support his son and dismissed the case in its entirety, making it clear that a signature obtained through the fear of homelessness is not valid to contract. When a parent tries to use the legal system to refund their own lack of acceptance, does it signal a need for stricter laws protecting LGBTQ plus youth from financial abuse by their own families? This is
Wow. I knew he was gay. I fucking knew he was
this
gay
is
when they said
from kissing a
conversational
friend, from
therapy.
kissing a
What the fuck
friend.
is conversational therapy?
Okay, so listen.
Conversion therapy.
Yeah,
This
what the fuck is
conversion,
that?
yes. This ba-da-ba-ba-ba,
I'm loving
they
it.
have tried to use shock, electro, hypnotic therapy. They try and cleanse you, cast the demon out, this, that, and the third, X, Y, and to the Z.
Got it.
Um, it is embarrassing. I remember pause and side note on the TV show Pose. The
Oh,
young
oh,
man, the
uh-huh.
young man, the dad had found some magazines and he knew he was taking a dance class and they fought and he kicked him out and abandoned him right on the spot. He hadn't even done anything in any sexual acts. So, that was just an example of disownment. Literally, he was homeless, living in a park, went to New York to live out his dreams. So, it is heartbreaking on both ends
Yeah, but how dare the parents
because,
try to sue them
well,
for
well,
helping your
well
kids and he come
it's
out and said
more
he
than
gay?
sue. The father was trying to prove a point as to say, I'm not investing in your homosexuality.
Yeah, and that's
I
fucked up.
paid to convert you and you ran away. Now you want to be the same. I want my money back, right? The whole conversion therapy was a problem from the jump. You didn't even have a conversation with your son.
Yeah.
Everything, all it takes is a clean, open vessel of communication.
Everybody has to have an open mind. I remember like coming out the closet to my mom, who was very religious. And my thing was, I thought everybody was definitely judging me, and I was judging myself. Like, oh, you're gay. You're gonna get thrown from the Bible. You're gonna get shunned. And now we have so much more accepting today of people being gay, and because at first it was frowned upon, and you didn't talk about it, and you better not talk about it. And if you was in certain cities, you was getting shung and hung for being gay. And that's crazy. But yeah, I knew he was gay when they said conversational uh therapy. The fuck is that?
Right. Real quick, just to back up the communication point. When I was in the sixth grade at career day, the person said, only 1% of your life will be your problems. The other 99% is how you handle them.
Wow, I love that's some game for
Yes.
the bubble chat.
I never ever forgot that. That's yes.
Text me
Go
that
ahead.
when we get off of
Got
here.
to say,
That's
get
not
on
that
your
was
soapbox,
good.
nephew.
Honestly, sitting here as an LGBTQ ally myself, I was absolutely floored when I heard the details of this case because it's 2026, and the fact that a parent would actually drag their child into a courtroom because they skipped out on the torture that is conversion therapy
Yeah,
is
it's a
just
conversion
beyond me.
therapy for me,
Because
huh?
my heart honestly completely breaks for Michael because I can't even begin to fathom the level of isolation he must have felt trapped between the toxicity of his own home and the cruelty of that establishment. Because let's be real, Gregory wasn't in that courtroom because he cared about his son's well being. He was there for the sake of his own wallet, his own money. He wanted to a refund on a service that is fundamentally designed to break a human being. And for anyone listening who might not know the gravity of this, conversion therapy is this type of dangerous, discredited practice aimed at forcibly changing someone's sexual orientation or gender identity. And the numbers are staggering. I was doing some research on the Trevor Project, and according to them, over 500,000 LGBTQ youth were at risk of being subjected to this last year alone, with the direct
Wow.
cost of these programming hitting at an estimated $650 million annually. But the real cost in the financial is human. The Williams Institute at UCLA has shown that people who go through this heavy nearly double the odds of lifetime suicidal ideation and an 88% increased risk of attempting suicide because this isn't therapy, it's a life-threatening crisis. And what truly got to me is when I was watching that case, what really touched my soul was when Judge Ebony stepped down from that bench, walked over to Michael and held his hands. She reminded him that right then and there that he is loved and he is worthy, regardless of what his father or that director tried to tell him. It is devastating that we are still seeing parents choose this prejudice over their children's lives, because that lack of support is exactly what leads young people down a dark path where they feel like there's no way out. And at the end of that episode, Michael looked at his father in the eye and told him that if the support isn't there, the relationship is over. And honestly, I don't blame him one bit. Because his sexuality, whether he shouts it from the rooftop or keeps it private, is his journey. It belongs to him and not his father. And I don't know what Michael's next move is, nor is it in my control. I mean, excuse me. Nor is it. I don't know what Michael's next move is, and it's not in my control what he does next. But personally, I think Michael. I suggest that Michael would not want anything to do with his father. I'd walk away, because if that father was comfortable giving those kinds of excuses to a judge in a fucking public courtroom, I can only imagine the kind of psychological welfare he was putting Michael through behind closed doors.
That's right.
Yeah. Let your children be who they gonna be. Support them in whatever they gonna be. I don't give a damn if they want to be a fly. Let them be a goddamn fly. Stop trying to control shit. Damn, they grown and out your home, and if they don't want to be abused and go to shock therapy or whatever the hell you talking about to try to make them not be gay, god damn it, they don't have to. Woo! They done pissed me off.
Next
we get to
on
talk
the
about. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's your turn.
Okay. Okay, so check this out. Not to change the subject, but there's R&B fans are currently dividing up the middle after a massive announcement of this Friday, April 10th. Usher and Chris Brown, two of the undisputed heavyweights of the generation, I guess, dropped a high coitus promoting a video on Instagram confirming that they're joining forces. 2026 Stadium rubbed down the R&B tour a play on their last names, Raymond and Brown. The teaser features the two legends on motorcycles leading a wave of fans straight into a pack arena. Essentials promising the stadium size virtual will be
versus
will be waiting for significant backlash for the partnerships, which many fans are questioning why the 47-year-old legacy artist would even choose to ally himself so closely with Chris Brown. Given Chris Brown has a long commercial history of what's that word? Critics are called unnatural alliance, especially coming off the heels of recent recordings. Usher passed the comments defend Diddy, while T Breeze is already saving up for what could be the most expensive tickets of the year. A vocal part of the internet is claiming that Usher is running his legacy by co-signing the tour as the stage in legendary career. Does Usher need a co-headliner for this collab, or is he risking it clean reputation to secure the biggest bag in R&B tour history? What y'all think?
I am totally in favor of the tour. Listen, Chris Brown has been under scrutiny and under a rock, making millions of records and dollars at the same damn time.
Yes.
Ever since the
He the only one ain't been to jail yet.
Ever since the Rihanna bullshit, right? Now, child custody battles and relationship things are very, very different. But the only reason why he got blacklisted was because of the Rihanna thing. It's been over a decade plus since that happened. I believe he has been redeemed. He is super, super talented. I went to Usher's residency and I was at the Ray J, not the Lord, forgive me for saying
Ray J.
Yeah, I was at the Chris Brown concert and I went to the Usher residency, and I am super, super ecstatic and excited to see both of these young men rip up the motherfucking stage. I'm telling you right now, because they both can dance, they both can sing, they're super, uber talented. You see what I'm saying? Like this.
Wait a minute. Wasn't one of them each other's like? Didn't Chris Brown look up to Usher?
That's what I'm saying. This will be equivalent to not Janet Jackson and Sierra, but like Janet Jackson and Sierra. It's a little
Yeah.
bit something like that. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
then he looked up to Michael Jackson where he got all his moves.
and they both looked up to Michael Jackson.
And Michael Jackson's movie is coming out. Did y'all
But
see that?
they removed Chris
Yeah.
Brown from that Michael Jackson tribute.
They removed them?
He was supposed to perform, but they would not allow him to.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So,
dope. That's fucked up.
yeah, but I'm just saying, go on and let them do it, because that's the whole thing. Bad cop, good cop. You know,
Old, young, the
yeah, big.
legends who taught the people that was here before us. We got to give homage to the people that was here before us. That's like us being a comedian and you being a podcast host, and we don't give homage to the people that was here before us. The Linnells, the Cat Williams, the Kevin Harts. We have to give homage because without them hitting that stage, we would have never got a chance or
Yes,
opportunity to hit those stage.
Bill Hughley's. Yes, yes, yes.
Look,
Man,
I'm
I'm gonna
not
be one of the biggest in
really
comedy. I know
leaning
that.
on. I'm not really leaning one way or the other at the stand, but we have to address the elephant in the room.
It's gonna be
Because
good.
I feel like the reason that this backlash is hitting Usher so hard isn't just because people aren't excited for the music. It's because of the heavy, heavy baggage Chris Brown is carrying into the stadium tour. I mean, when you look at his history, like you were mentioning, Adonis, it's not just one mistake, it's a decade plus timeline of legal issues. We're talking about the domestic violence case with Rihanna, hit and runs, assault charges, multiple probation violations. Then you add on the gun threat allegation, the 2022 rape allegation, and a nightclub assault in the UK. Honestly, I could go on for the rest of this episode. But I think what we're
You done did your
seeing
homework
is
on that
We're
nigga.
still trying to figure out if Diddy had dug out Usher booty hole and heading down to the emergency room.
all right, Adonis. But
I'm
I think what we're seeing in this domino is a domino effect because there were
What
definitely
the fuck is
moments
wrong
over
with
the
you?
last few years where it feels like the general public was starting to grow on Chris again, giving him the second, third, or fourth chance because of his talent. But then, like clockwork, another legal level drops, and it creates this downward spiral that overshadows everything else. But by Usher choosing to link up for a joint tour right now, he's essentially telling the world he's okay with that timeline. For a lot of fans, seeing a legend like Usher, who has spent years building this clean, sophisticated legacy, had and over a co-sign to someone with that specific history, feels like a massive step backwards. It makes you wonder: is the R&B crown worth the weight of all that controversy?
Man, I think it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be cool. He has brought a lot of, like you said, I mean, shit. Usher was giving herpes to people supposedly. So you know what I mean. Fat girls at that.
And
I
they
don't
say
know.
that's why Chris Brown bust Rihanna in the head, because she gave him some chili.
Well, if you giving me something I can't get rid of, I do not promote men hitting women at all. But hey, you knew you had that shit before you laid down with me, bitch. Now wait a minute. Wait a minute, bitch.
You done put the pate on my cracker.
Oh Lord, I can't. I still can't wait to see it because they both gonna be dancing their ass off. They gonna be
Yes,
doing more
and
dancing than they
singing
is
and looking
singing.
good doing it.
Yeah, they gonna be doing more dancing than singing. Everybody gonna be sweating profusely, especially Usher because you 58, nigga. Come on
Leave
now.
my nigga alone, okay? That is my girl. That's my
Well,
spiritual.
Usher is 58.
No,
He's
I'm just talking shit. I
47.
don't know how
I
old
was
he
gonna
is.
say,
How old
hold
is
on, hold on,
Usher? Shit,
hold
48,
on, hold on,
42,
47.
47.
hold
That's
on.
almost 58.
Alexa,
Shit.
how old is Usher?
That nigga's 47.
How old is he? How old is Usher? What's his age?
She said, what you say, nigga?
These intelligence be
Why
killing
did
me.
Alexa say, what
She
you
said
say?
it's 47 years old.
It told you?
Yeah, you know how old he is. It said it right here in the document, I think. Did it not say? Let me see. Shit, I done messed up where the document went. Yeah, but I think he's 47.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
All right, well, next up, we're looking at a new interview where Halle Bailey is finally reflecting on the storm that surrounded her Disney debut, even though it's been nearly 3 years since the live action Little Mermaid hit theaters. The conversation around her casting is still making headlines. Halle recently told The Independent that despite the relentless barrage of online negativity and non-princess treatment she's received from critics who felt that our Ariel should have stayed white and bright red hair, she still views the whole thing as a beautiful experience. She actually described her coping mechanism as an experiment, choosing to observe the discourse rather than let it consume her. While the internet was divided, she had some heavy hitters in her corner mentioning that she felt the love and support from stars like Zendaya and Ariana Grande throughout the process. It's clear that she's come out of the other side of that Under the Sea era with a lot of grace. Holly called the experience an experiment to protect her peace, but do you think Black actresses in these legacy roles are unfairly forced to become social experiments rather than just being allowed to be artists?
Definitely. I mean, why she can't have black hair? Why she can't be a black doll with some red weaves? Why she can't do that? Or some red dreads? Why we can't have a black Ariel?
Because in the princess history,
yeah, they was white.
We have Cinderella was white. Snow White was white.
What was Ariel's natural real rough hair color?
Hold on, wait a minute.
It wasn't red.
Wait a minute. Then we came out with Moana. She's Hawaiian.
Yes.
And then,
we came out,
I hate
Tiana, then Mulan, she's Asian.
Princess.
And
then
Tiana,
we have
Pocahontas.
So
we only got one black princess. Goddamn.
Ariel had been came up, but this was the gag. See, this is the gag, and this we have to really pay attention to storylines. The king had several princess daughters.
Yes.
And they were all nationality of mermaids.
But they was different colors.
Yes, and they were all like you could say whatever they were from the colors that they wore, right? Because the skin hues and colors were different.
Didn't he have some black mermaids flying in there too?
That's what I'm saying. So
we could definitely have a black Ariel.
So when they pushed that, they pushed the line as to say he had a colorful array of mermaid cultural daughters, right? And Ariel initially was white. Why did they push her and make her black? You see what I'm saying? But then guess what?
She did a good job at it.
Why she couldn't have been mulatto?
She couldn't have been. Even if she would have been Tongan,
she could have been a
if she would have been
Chinese.
Chinese,
they got black girls with red hair and Brazilian. She could have been an Afro-Latina.
But now that you know that they put it on black, they was gonna definitely put. Oh, Ariel cannot be black.
Well, no, but okay. So then we have the. Can we not forget? We let you be a princess, and then you went out there and had a baby out of wedlock.
Who? Haley.
Yes, remember
leave that girl alone. We all had a baby out of wedlock.
No.
Oh Lord, y'all getting on my nerves with that.
You work for Disney now, bitch. Just say we ain't playing no games over here. So there was.
So she can't have a baby out of wedlock because she worked for Disney. Disney fucked them kids' life up. Look at what's that boy name? He is fucked.
Ooh, Justin Bieber?
No, him too.
Justin
the other little boy.
Britney
Raven. That's so Raven. Look, what's that little boy
Orlando
name?
Brown.
Orlando Brown is fucked.
And Raven too. She just got the coin.
Miley Cyrus. All them.
No, Miley is good. Miley is good.
Shit, what's the other one? That Britney
Spears? Miley is.
She shaved her head off. So something from Disney ain't working either. They got trauma from Disney.
Miley
what is you talking about?
Miley and that black girl that I seen with In Vogue and them was the only ones that made it out all right.
Okay, well, still, all I know is that Disney fucked some of them kids up. They still fucking them up. They be making documentaries right now, and Haley gonna have a baby out of wedlock, and now she's a disgrace for being Ariel.
Yes.
That's some bullshit.
No.
Everybody done got their shit tooted and booted now that I'm in the naked eye under Disney, who probably fucked me up too. I think she could have had a baby if she wanted to. Shit, I got a baby out of wedlock. You got a baby out of wedlock. Well, you was married. But still, we all done had a baby out of wedlock.
Walt. And all right.
Leave that girl alone.
Real quick. I have to say, seeing Halle Bailey look back on her time as Ariel with such peace makes me so happy. I mean, as a theater kid myself, I'm glad she never let that noise destroy her dream or make her regret taking that role. Because in the world of theater, we see color conscious casting all the time now, and I've watched countless productions, both in person and on YouTube, where roles are played beautifully by people of color, and it just works. It's about that talent and the essence of character, and I am all for that level of representation and inclusion in film. We really have to take a step back and remember that the representation we're seeing right now in 2026 was not the reality for a long time, and And Don, if you mentioned something, in the early days of Walt Disney Studios, there was almost zero racial or ethnic diversity in princess lineup until we finally got Princess Jasmine in Aladdin
Yes,
back
yeah,
in
I forgot to mention her.
1992.
Yes, yes.
I mean, for decades, the industry was rightfully criticized for racial stereotyping, sexism, and very limited, often problematic LGBTQ plus representation. Because this role wasn't just a job for Hallie, it was a childhood dream. And that dream is powerful because historically the stage and screen weren't built for us. Think about the original West Side Story. Almost every Puerto Rican character was played by white actors in brown face using accents that didn't even sound
Cleopatra.
like
Yes.
authentic Spanish. Even the legendary Rita Moreno, the only actual Puerto Rican in the main cast, was forced to wear dark makeup and use an exaggerated accent. It goes back even further to the 1830s and earlier, when blackface was a standard entertainment tool to use to mimic enslaved Africans through characters that were intentionally lazy
What
or
you think?
ignorant. Because you had people like Thomas E. Rice developing Jim Crow in 1830, a performance style built on mockery that was never okay then and certainly isn't okay now. So when I see The Little Mermaid with a lead who represents a new generation without all these extra features or characters from the past, it shows me that this film is finally becoming a space for everybody. Hallie didn't just play the mermaid, she broke that cycle. Period and point blank.
Did you ask me what I was drinking?
Yeah, how much?
Just a little bit. I'm not going to even drink all that. I'm just sipping. I know. I got to pay attention. Thank you for keeping me held accountable. Because I don't want to go back to the hospital, y'all, because I'm always in the hospital.
Yeah, because we want you right here on the bubble chat. And with that, we're going to take a quick breather and let the bubble settle. So please do not go anywhere because we have plenty more to dive into on the other side of the break. You are listening to the bubble chat, and we'll be right back.
And we are back. Now it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show. We're moving into our throwback topic segment. This is the part of the episode where we step out of the current news cycle and open up the archives. We're looking at the moments, the scandals, and the cultural shifts that happened long before the bubble chat even existed. These are stories that lay the groundwork of pop culture world we're living in today. And honestly, some of them are even wilder than what's happening in 2026.
All right, all right. And for today's throwback topic, we're heading back to July of 2015. This was a time when the biggest scandal in the world wasn't a political bait or a tech glitch. It was a powdered donut. I'm talking about, of course, the infamous Ariana Grande Donut Gate. If you somehow missed this in the pre-social media explosion era, here's the 411. Ariana was caught on the grading CCTV footage of Wolf Donuts in Lake Eleanor, California, where her then boyfriend, backup dancer, and singer Ricky Alvarez. The video appeared to show them, wait for it, maliciously licking and eating, spitting on the donuts that were sitting out on the counter. All, but this wasn't just the licking that set the internet on fire. It was then the fresh tray of oversized donuts that came out, and she was heard saying, I quote, "What the fuck is that? I hate Americans. I hate America." Now, back in 2015, this was a massive scandal. But in today's world of main character energy and TikTok pranks, do you think people would even care about lick donuts? Or has our bar of celebrity behavior shifted that much? Oh, I wish she would have got backhanded and would have got canceled because with everything that's going on since she had a miracle, I mean, she agrees with everything that Orange Man and the color white rice would being saying.
First of all, it's COVID-19 around this era.
No. Then you got to think about that COVID has happened now. So
however, you nasty as hell for licking the donuts.
I totally forgot that.
She would have got her ass whooped that day. She wouldn't have been Ariana Grande. She would have been Ariana Done. Bye-bye. What? Hell no. That's just nasty. You ain't gonna be licking no donuts and like saying you hate Americans. After we done put you on and listen to all them, I wear your perfume, Ariana Grande. How dare you?
Ariana Grande.
Shit. How dare she fucking touch all them donuts I didn't even know the bitch did that shit.
Ariana Grande.
She just got canceled in my book for touching the donuts in 2015. Nasty. What the fuck?
Pepper.
And then said, fuck the Americans who put on your perfume at Walgreens.
And you done licked the donut. Donut bigger than her.
Nephew over there hollering. I can't believe this. This is an outrage. I need to call up Handianda, whoever, Grande, and tell her that was not a Grande move. That was nasty.
The album and the rhythm.
The rhythm and the album. Fuck the album rhythm. I said that earlier on my podcast.
Album rhythm. The album.
Shit. The album rhythm choose what they want to do in this motherfucker. Now she out here spitting on donuts and touching them and putting her booty hole and telling America to basically kiss her shitty asshole. Where the fuck they do that at?
What is she then?
She was Ariana. Grande.
No, what is her racial? Is she,
ain't she Mexican or whatever?
Ask Siri, nephew. What is Ariana Grande culture?
White.
No, ask Siri.
She's white. He just told us.
Why would she say she had Americans?
Because she hated here. She probably from Russia or something. She hate her own country. Like, ain't she from here? Hey Siri, where's Ariana Grande from? Now my Siri don't want to work. Ask Alexa.
Florida.
Shit.
Florida.
Oh. Well, ain't that in America somewhere? Shit. How you gonna hate
her nationality, nephew?
She's white.
Now where's she from?
You see that blonde hair? White woman who
That's Ariana Grande. And
I loved her perfume with the little pink puff. I love that one.
Get that white fish out of my face, nephew.
Right. Over there touching donuts, talking about she hate Americans.
That's Taylor Swift raggedy ass.
Oh, that ain't even Ariana?
That was Taylor Swift.
I thought Ariana was Mexican. You know, with a name like Ariana Grande.
Let me explain my damn self.
Hold on. Alexa, what is Ariana Grande's nationality?
Ariana Grande is American.
She what?
American. For nationality.
And she said she hate Americans. Oh, now she's really off my list. Oh, hell no. How you hate yourself?
That's what I'm saying.
And then you got the nerve to lick on donuts and say, fuck Americans. So you saying fuck yourself.
You want to know why? You know why? And I'm not mad that she over there looking like a frail leaf after Wicked. Disney got a hold of her ass.
I told you Disney didn't fucking up people's careers.
Drawed her ass.
She was a Nickelodeon. She was a Nickelodeon.
She forgot she was even American. Disney did that to her. Scarred that poor baby.
Like
she was a Nickelodeon. She was a Nickelodeon canary. She wasn't a Disney. She was a Nickelodeon.
Well, whoever. Ain't that Disney? Oh, that ain't even the same network.
Wicked is. And Walt Disney got Wicked on her ass. She over there looking drawed up and malnutritioned.
Fuck. Walt Disney got a better success rate than Disney. I mean,
Wicked is amazing. But look at her.
She forgot she was American. What do you think, nephew? This is outrageous.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
I don't have any comment.
You don't have a comment? I'm appalled.
No,
what?
That's because it's Ariana. If it was Taylor,
you like Ariana Grande now?
Taylor Swift, baby,
I'm not necessarily an Arianator, but I do think her music is amazing.
Arianator.
What's her name? An Arianator?
That's what
that sounds like a Ninja Turtle or something. What? That's what they call them? Arianators? I'm going to have my people say canary birds. It's canary and her birds, you know? Like what? I want to be a Ariana, whatever he just said.
Arianator.
Yeah, I want to be a canary nanner, a nanner, some shit. This shit crazy. So you really ain't got nothing to say about this shit?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm fuck with that hoe.
Adonis, you got something else you want to say?
No, he don't fuck with it. I'm just saying. But like I just said, that's why she look how she look.
Well,
and old bald-headed Cynthia, she said what she said. That's why they over there looking drawed up. Looking like Eastern in commercials. Need some lubricant.
Nickelodeon, Disney, y'all out of pocket for fucking the kids up like that. And that brings us to another episode of the Bubble Chat. Before we head up out of here, let's take a moment to look up and say thank you to the one himself, the purple one, Prince. Oh, we got to take a moment for him. Thank you for the magic, the mystery that you have gave us, the absolute masterpiece of Purple Rain. you may no longer be physically, but 10 years your artistry continues and the blueprint for being unapologetically yourself. You were in the living room with the world built. Thank you all for hanging in the bubble chat with me and my host. Make sure that you follow the show and never miss a beat. Also, stay curious, stay bold, and keep the conversation bubbles. I am your host, Canary Hello Funny, and I'll see you next week. One peace, one love, and purple.
Good night, guys.
Bye, Bubble Chat. Bye-bye.